Hey there, I'm Jennifer. And I'm Jackie. And welcome to Slightly Unsupervised. We're best friends, business partners, and the chaos behind Bestiemony, a ceremony we created to celebrate the kind of soulmates who don't come with a marriage license. This podcast is all about that friendship energy, the deep stuff, the messy stuff, and the laugh till you snort stuff. So whether you're driving, folding laundry, or hiding in your car for some peace and quiet, you're in good company. Let's get slightly unsupervised. Well, today we are here with Mandi and Billie. So welcome back to Slightly Unsupervised. Many of you have heard us talk about Mandi and Billie. They did the Bestiemony with us in Nashville. And I'm so thankful for both of them. Their story is on our Bestiemonies YouTube channel. It's YouTube Bestiemonies. If you look it up, they're on there. They have an amazing story. They met up as little girls. They grew up together, and they've walked through almost every chapter of life side by side. If you haven't watched their Bestiemony yet, I encourage you to do so because we're only going to briefly touch on their story today, and it's worth watching. Today isn't about where friendship began. It's about where friendship can teach the rest of us. Jackie and I believe something that's at the heart of every Bestiemony. Women are taught to date, we're taught to be wives, and we're taught to be mothers, but almost no one teaches how to build and protect a lifelong friendship. Maybe that's one of the greatest lessons we forgot. I watched your video this morning, girls, and these are what you said about each other that makes a best friend. A best friend is a built-in sister, someone who protects your heart, someone who always reminds you of your worth, someone who walks beside you through every season of life, someone who loves you at your absolute lowest, someone who becomes one of the greatest love stories of your life. I just want you to give us a short version of how you two girls became lifelong friends.
It is constantly being present and just living together like every season of life. You just show up, you wake up, you show up, whatever that looks like in that season of life. You go to bed, you wake up, you do the same thing. And
Absolutely.
that's how it's cultivated.
And we didn't always, like, we had disagreements and we had months where we did not speak, but we always came back together. We always felt pulled to each other.
Mhm.
And so we don't always agree, but we're always pulled back to each other.
Yeah.
Right. The love is stronger than the disagreement.
Correct.
The disagreement may be hot for a week, and then you're like, I need to call her because I need to talk to her about something. But we'll just get past that. I
Yep.
don't even know if we even talk about the problem that we had. We know it's there, but we just move on.
Right.
Yeah. We live an hour away from each
Yeah.
other. We see each other typically maybe once a year. We
Yeah.
talk every day.
Um, at least for me, like every time we would not be able to, like, we wouldn't speak for whatever period of time it was. What I end up finding is there's something that's going on in my life, and I just can't imagine not having her experience it with me. I would rather like not, like, it just means more to me to have her present in every aspect of my life.
When her grandmother was dying, we weren't speaking and we hadn't spoken in months.
Oh, no.
It was like 2 months. at that
And
point.
she knew her grandmother was dying. So she called me because she knew where I held her grandparents.
Right.
And so I showed up that day.
Oh, that's sweet.
So
You forget it.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget it when you fight with your best friend because all the history there is like, who cares about this little tiny fight?
Right.
Yep.
That's how I feel too.
Yep.
So when someone watches your story and you have your testimony on our YouTube channel, I wish I had a friendship like that. Do you hear people say that?
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like when people see it, they say, I watched the whole thing and it's beautiful and I cried. And like people always tell me, I wish I had a friend for that long.
Right.
Like it's genuine.
Right. Yeah. And I know we were just talking about before we started podcasting that you have a lot of people that have watched yours and said to you that what a meaningful experience that must have been, that it's just, there's nowhere to do that, right? That
Yeah.
you girls had the opportunity to come. And I got so many responses. It went viral. And you must have been one of the first 9 or 10 people that responded to it because that's how you ended up on it. Because I pushed my phone away.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it was overwhelming.
I could see the comments as I was.
Yeah. So and it was in Nashville, which is interesting because you don't live in Nashville. You live in Pennsylvania.
It's a 12-hour drive.
So like 6 months prior to your post, because you did like end of January, because we came at the end of February.
Right.
Mhm.
6 months earlier, my husband and I came down for our 20th anniversary, and I stayed in a Nashville visitors group, and that's where you had posted it. And I'm still in it, and I see things come up, but like I was like, "Oh, this cool." And I was super impulsive because I was just like, "Sure, whatever." And then I sent her screenshots and like, "So I did this."
You're like, "By the way, I've applied for us to do a I
Eh
think I put a docuseries on there, which
Yeah, and that's not her. She is not the impulsive one. I'm the impulsive one. She's the one that carefully calculates everything,
right.
and it was complete opposite, and I was like, "Okay, well, hopefully we don't get murdered while."
Billie did think I was going to murder her. She had to drive and bring her gun, and that was all sweet, but
All the things.
I know. I think you even checked up on one of the guys that owns Nash Rovers.
Yeah, I'm the one because
Yeah.
he took my husband and I from the airport and, like, he was giving us all these recommendations. I'm like, "Yo, do you know who this is?" And he's like, "Oh, yes, we know her." And I was like,
Yeah,
"We're
yeah.
good."
Yeah, he did. He tells me I always recommend him. So you girls have been best friends. I'm sure that you have definitely inspired other people to maybe be closer to their girlfriends. Do you think that friendships like yours are just becoming more rare? Because Jackie and I just talked about this and we talked about bestie energy. I'll tell you, our last podcast was about bestie energy. And we talked about, I find it sometimes in the younger girls, but it's hard to find it in the older girls. And she goes, you know where it was really thick? Was at the Bestiemony. Like it was a room full of women and and normally when you have that many women together, I don't know if you think this too, but generally there's a competition.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, "Well, that's my best friend." You can get competitive in there, and it felt like love in there to me. It was like a lot of best friends loving their friends, and you going, "Yeah, I love my best friend too," but it wasn't a competition. It was like a joining.
Yeah. Well, so we live an hour away. She has friends that she interacts with every day. I have friends that I interact with every day. We interact with each other, but she'll put a post on Facebook and be like, my best friend, I don't get offended by it because I know where I stand with her.
Right.
There is no competition. And I get women need women around each other to build them up and support them.
Yeah.
So,
You hear the phrase, "It takes a village."
yeah.
So, you're obviously, you got 4 kids and you're busy and, some days you're drowning in it and you have a wonderful support network where you live. And that's the best thing like I could hope for her because I'm not there. I'm not able to, pick up and do. So I'm glad that she has that.
She knows her
I know the
place.
place.
Right.
I think that a lot of people lack security or the feeling of security.
I never have to question where I am
Right.
with her or her with me. Like,
The history is
if
thick
I'm not in a room and someone badmouths me, she's going to stand up for me.
and vice
And you
versa.
can't say that about a lot of friendships nowadays.
Yeah, which is bad because we need each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember Jaime. Jaime did our filming,
Yep.
Yes.
and Jaime has moved on to Bunny XO. He is her full-time videographer.
Wow.
If you ever watch her, you'll see him in the background. Jaime did that video for us, but she's going through, I don't know if you know who she is. She's Jelly Roll's wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she's going through a divorce right now, or at least the starts of something. But she's leaning heavy into the girls that she's really good best friends with. They're going to move on the property with her and stuff. And I was thinking that in my head, I was like, that's a prime example of why women need women, is because when the shit falls apart around us, it's us that understands the other woman.
Yes.
It's the emotions of it that we understand better.
You have the fake friends that pretend to be friends, and then it turns into a competition. And we don't have that.
Right.
We don't have that. When her quote unquote best friends, where she lives, post something, I love it because I love that she has that support group.
It's
And I don't question whether they're best friends. I know they're good friends. I know they're great friends. And I know if she needs something, they're going to be there sooner than me
right.
because we're so far away.
Right. Well, you guys are far away. Jackie and I are, she's in California.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But if something happens to me, I
Yes.
broke my wrist this year, and she's like, "Do you need me to get on a plane? I'm coming." I'm like, "I don't need you to. You're okay. Stay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to surgery." I'm like, "Just hang tight. If I need you after the surgery, I'll let you know. But let me get through the surgery part."
Yeah.
Because that's her. That's just the reaction to it. It's like,
Yeah.
"Let me get to you," and it's like, "I got it. You're okay." So,
Yeah.
but you appreciate it because it's the one person that you know that's gonna be. I'm dropping everything. I'm heading your way.
Correct. Every year for her birthday, we go, my husband and I go with her and her husband and these other 2 couples for dinner. And I know how close they are and I appreciate them
Sure.
because I know they can be there within minutes.
the roots are very deep with you too. Women, hopefully will try to teach at least the younger generations as they're coming up that these are cemented in friendships and that you need them. You're going to survive some things with each other that
Yeah.
you can't do with everybody else. So it leads me to my next point is that both of you have children. And do you think that what have they learned from your friendship, the two of you, for their own lives?
So my oldest is 14, almost 15, and she's a girl. So that's huge because girls and boys are so different. And with any life lessons that her and I have discussed, I'm like, listen, Mandi and I, like, I give her examples of Mandi and I. And I'm like, we don't always see eye to eye, and that's okay. And her best friend are very different. Also, Mandi and I are very different.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you don't always have to love her decisions and what she's doing. You just have to love her in general
Right.
and vice versa. Like Mandi and I talk all the time, and she will say what she's feeling, and I'm like, well, and I will give my opinion, and she will do the same with me. And because we've been friends for so long, it holds stock there. Like, I'm like, okay, well, she's known me forever, so maybe I should listen to her opinion.
I feel like it gives you like a different perspective, kind of stops you in your tracks because we get so like sideways on things and one like narrow sighted. And I think like sometimes just hearing from her, like, come on, you're being ridiculous. Okay, for instance, my son, he vapes and it pisses me off because like I've never smoked in my life. And I'm just like, why would you want to destroy your lungs? And, I get really upset in general. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes I'm like almost putting his character into it too. And, she'll remind me, like, well, I smoke or, whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, and she's a great person." Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's easy to get inside your own head
Right.
about certain things. And like hearing each other's perspective when we're like that kind of brings you back to reality really quick and just like, okay, maybe I'm not seeing this the way I should. And having someone that they can do that and we're not offended by it.
Because your spouse generally has to agree with you, otherwise he's in the doghouse. You do need the third party that you can bounce something off of. Jackie and I always say, we used to talk about it too, is like, Jackie can be wrong and we can be in a situation, I know she's wrong, and that's not the place we're talking about it. I'm
Right.
defending her to the end, and then we're leaving, and then we're getting in the car, and I'm like, I don't know if you were right in that, but it doesn't matter. Like, we're defending each other, we're getting out of the situation, and then later we'll talk about the problem. I'm sure you girls do the same.
That's like Rip and Beth on Yellowstone. Like, yes, he will defend her to the end, even if she's wrong, and I will do the same for her. Now, later, we'll have a conversation about it, and I'll be like, well, I don't think this, or she'll do the same with me, but that's not going to change how I feel
No.
about her.
Yeah. Yeah, we defend and then we
Yep.
we
Yeah.
talk
Yep.
about that
Yep.
later. It's like, get her out of the situation.
Yep.
Drag her out and get her safe, and then be like, "You need to think about what you just did there, because
Yes.
that wasn't all right."
Yep.
Jackie and I
It's like that TikTok. I think I sent it to you not that long ago. It said something about when my best friend burned someone's house down, they shouldn't have upset my sweet angel baby.
right?
It's that.
It's their fault their house got burned down. It's best friend's fault, and that's their
Yes.
fault. If your children could describe your friendship, what would be the one thing they would say about you two?
I mean, I know my kids know how I feel about her.
Right.
Now I have a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So the 4-year-old would be a train wreck, but yes, they know that, like, I can tell you my 2 oldest would be like, it's constant. When my mom says my best friend, they know
Right.
it's Mandi.
It's Mandi, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've watched that
Yes.
relationship since
Yes.
they were kids.
Yes. And I use it as an example for my older kids when talking about life in general and friends and people that do shitty things. And I'm like, is that really your friend? Because
What they do.
Mandi wouldn't do that to me.
It's a good example, like a real friendship. It also will teach them as they grow on that what a real friend looks like, because
Right.
a real friend that stays and endures and doesn't compete and all the things that women can get sideways on.
Yep.
Especially if you can find somebody that you can do that with, it's such a beautiful lesson to give the children, because
Yep.
it's like it's gonna matter. Stick close.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's how my kids feel too. I have boys. I know you have boys too, right?
Just one boy.
Yeah. So even the boys though, I know my kids value their friendships and they've probably learned that a lot from my friendships that those are going to be important. So I'm sure your son too.
So he's got a friend that they've been good friends since they were 12, and they've grown together over the last 7 years. And my kid, he's battled some depression issues, and he's always running to people he probably shouldn't. And that friend will come to us and like he'll tell us, "Hey, this is what we're up to. This is, whatever." And he isn't afraid to like tell us when like off track.
Good.
And gets mad, but then when, like, we talk about it, I'm like, "That's your ride or die." I literally tell him, like, "That's your Billy." And I'm like, that's what he knows. He knows it means ride or die, and it does not matter, and it sometimes needs raw honesty for safety, protection, all the things.
Right. Yeah. You got to be willing to protect them too, right?
Right.
So we do that. I know I do that with Jackie too. It's like you just do.
Yeah.
So if you've taught that, if you're a good pillar for that for them, then they're going to have beautiful friendships and they're going to appreciate them because you do learn it from somebody. And I think that, it's our duty as women to teach other girls and teach people that these friendships are vital to living and
Yeah.
do not sidestep them. You don't know how many groups Jackie and I are on Facebook because we watch a lot of girls stuff because we do these podcasts, but it's like, hi, I'm married and I'm getting divorced. He's leaving me for so and so, and I don't have many friends. Like, you can't live like that, man. You have to maintain your own identity in these things. So
That's right.
I see it a lot. I'm sure you girls have seen it too. So you girls are the lucky ones. So
Mhm.
you have a beautiful story. It started on a swing set.
Mhm.
It's definitely endured more than most.
And
So
we have literally gone through hell together.
and I watched it today,
Yeah.
so I know. And we want people to watch it, so go watch it, but it will inspire you. And then when they sit down and tell each other what they mean to each other, it's something to watch. It's something to experience. So you guys have some questions. Jackie and I usually do these with each other, but I'm gonna let you two take it. So Billy, you go first.
What has our friendship taught you about love?
It's long suffering. So, like we just said, we've been through hell and back. It isn't always laugh. It isn't always fun. You are withstanding a lot of storms with somebody, and, you've got to really, like you said earlier, we're rooted. So being rooted so that that storm doesn't take one of us out and we're able to kind of lock in and be there for each other. So I would say it's taught us that long suffering is love.
Right. And that's important to remember in friendships, everybody, is that it is not, it's the good times, but it's a lot of the bad times and the sticking around.
Why do you think our friendship has lasted when so many others do not?
Because value what each other thinks. We value the other person's opinion of what we're doing in our life. Like the love we have there is so strong that when I go to her and I'm like, "Hey, this is what's going on." Like I want to know her opinion and I may not agree, she may not agree, but it's important. When did you realize our friendship was something special?
My goodness. Like forever. Like from the beginning. Like I knew that I was lonely, having moved into that neighborhood and having nobody. And then just seeing you there, like I knew that, we were gonna be fine. Like we were gonna have a childhood. I mean, it's hard at 5 to like,
But we were only children.
right.
So we had no siblings. We had no one to play with. And the rest of the kids on the street were boys.
Yeah. So it was just
So
as
it was
easy
By
as
default,
anything.
you would be
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah. We literally just showed up and there it was.
On a swing set. Listen to their story.
Yeah.
That's all they got to say about that.
Yeah.
What do you think makes our friendship so different?
That we've survived so long. Like we have grace for each other and we have compassion and empathy. And like there are times she will message me and I will kind of be hard about she feels one way about something and I am like, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. And here's why. And she doesn't get angry. She doesn't stop messaging me. She listens and then we talk about it.
And then does what she wants to do anyways.
She knows I'm going to support her no matter what.
Same. 100%.
But she wants my opinion. I'm giving it to her.
Yeah. You can't always agree.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
important with best
Yeah.
friends is that you got to be able to go, she's really going to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
I may not like it, but she will tell me the truth, and I may not do what she tells me to do, but I'm gonna hear her truth, and that's important.
That's
Yeah.
just it.
Because there's a lot of friends out there be like, "Oh, yeah, that's great, you should do that, totally."
Because there are so many superficial friendships
Right.
right now. I watched the girls in the high school with, like, my daughter being in the high school, and I'm like, "This is terrible." But we didn't have social media, we didn't
Right.
have cell phones, we didn't like, we had a garden hose and a sprinkler and
Yeah.
bicycles.
Bicycle, and one swing set, and
Yeah.
two.
I
Yep.
also feel there's like a creeping false humility in these kids. Like I see it in some people, like primarily they'll post pictures of each other and they'll say how gorgeous they are, even if they don't mean it. I don't know. We just didn't talk like that. And I feel like a lot of them, like it is very superficial, like you said. And I feel like for some of them, there's a false humility behind it. And you do have to have a lot of humility.
There are things she does that irritate me, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, "It is what it is." I can overlook that because of what we have. She knows my whole story, so, like, she's, like, the keeper of that.
She stayed and led you
Yes.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and interestingly too, I was reminded today when I was listening to your stuff is that you 2 were not necessarily in the same friend group even
Mm,
through high school
no.
here.
No,
So you were not even in the same
no.
always together, you just were best friends, which
Yep.
is an
Right.
interesting thing
Right.
with you guys is that it wasn't like you needed to be with each other and you couldn't live without each other, and you developed on your own and still remained best friends,
That's
so
right.
it's amazing. So that's a
That's I never looked at it
Yeah.
that way.
yeah, you both developed into your own people and still held space for each other, which is really amazing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we never questioned our, like, spots.
yeah, which is
No.
beautiful.
Yeah. She has her friends, I have my friends, but I know who's there
Right.
100% of the time.
Right, right. And I'm probably a little hard on your other friends because they know about the 2 of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, she has great friends, and I have great friends, and when we get together, which isn't very often, but for instance, I had a surprise birthday party for my husband, and, like, we got together, and Mandy was very welcoming of those friends. She's like, "I appreciate you, I love you because you're here when I can't be."
And that's important.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, if you can find somebody that you don't have to compete or be jealous of in a relationship,
Yep.
I think that's the true test of really what a solid, good friendship is. And
Agree.
I think you girls are really, really good example of how to be good friends and how we teach our younger girls to be good friends. And I want to make sure that we highlight that in this because it's pretty rare what you have. So I think that you both know that, but I think your other friends probably are jealous of the 2 of you.
A lot of times, they either, like, say in person when we're together or comment on certain posts that they do love what we have. Like, they have all been pretty good about
Yeah.
it.
I'm sure you've inspired them too to some degree that they wish they had those deep relationships with somebody as well. Anytime that you guys share your story, I'm sure that you're going to inspire women to dig deeper and to love harder and to trust more because those are the things that you girls do all the time with each other. Jackie and I's goal is to really highlight stories and to teach women that these women are important, but also how to be a really good friend because I don't know if we have those lessons. And we talk about the housewives. I don't know if you guys watch the housewives that much, but it's a bloodbath of just drama.
Yeah.
And we watch it and we're like, well, they're not even really friends.
No.
They're put
No.
together in a show to do that. So where are we learning how to be friends? We look at, we have Thelma and Louise, Lucy and Ethel, and some of these are just fabricated friendships. I think they're real friends in life. That's why we kind of see their friendship and we can feel it. But where do we go for that? What do we
Yeah.
have?
Yep.
When we did the Bestiemony thing, we were trying to find best friend songs and we couldn't find any. There was a few. There's one about killing the husband and burying him and them staying together.
Hey, that song has its place. I mean,
Yes.
we are what is it? It says, "I'm a multi-purpose friend. I'm down for church, brunch, aggravated assault." Like
Whatever.
multi-purpose friend.
True though. But I mean that's what a real friend does, right?
But, like, she won't message me and say hi. Like, she'll just message what she's thinking, and then
Yeah.
I will message back, and it may be, "I want to kill my husband today," or it may be, "I want to beat my son," or,
Great.
like, figuratively speaking, but then I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Right.
And then we get into the interaction, or it may be "Hey, we went here today, we had fun." And I'm like, "Let me see some pictures." Like, it's super random, but we speak almost, I think, every day.
Yeah, since Snapchat
Yeah.
streaks and
Right.
stuff, we're
Yeah.
real good about
Yeah.
that.
And you send memes back to each other. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Notice there's a lot of girls on TikTok just picking up like random love songs and they're singing them to each other because we don't have any songs.
She sent me one, was it had Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now,
Right.
the video, and then, like, I think I made one on my TikTok, and I actually used I'll Stand By You. I mean, it's a couple song, but, like, I feel that.
Yeah.
Like, so where there aren't songs, I agree with you.
Why do you think women need friendships like this?
My gosh. Well, because like isolation is not a good place to be. Life's extremely hard and, literally doing life with somebody is how you're going to get through those really dark times. Like I'll literally message you and be like, "Unfortunately, I woke up today," which is extremely melodramatic, but if I'm going through it, I'm messaging that type of stuff. It's dark and it sucks. And like I couldn't imagine not being able to bounce that off and say some crazy things that might get me committed by anybody else. But like, you need friendships like that because like they know she's really going through it.
And I'm like, "She's being extra dramatic today, so I have to handle her with kid gloves."
Right.
Like,
Right. Like Jackie and I always say we say the most unhinged things to each other. It's a free space to
Yep.
feel whatever you feel that's in your mind, say
Yep.
it out your mouth, and everybody's okay with it. We're
Yep.
not doing any of it, but we certainly can discuss it.
What do you think we've protected that other friendships sometimes lose?
we have been kinda isolated, and we formed a bond that other kids who have siblings or other kids right nearby, um, they don't get that bond
Mm.
because it's who's available to play, who's available to do this. We know each other's weaknesses and we have not.
Exploited.
Correct,
Mm.
correct. Like,
So
I know she has told me everything and I have told her everything, and that's not going anywhere
no. Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
ever.
Right. We're dying with those.
If our friendship disappeared tomorrow, what part of your life would be hardest to replace?
That's like that would be a huge heaving hole. Like there isn't a part you would lose part of yourself. Like you would never come back from that. Actually, we talk about this all the time. My cousin, her best friend died
Oh.
that she's been best friends with since she was like same age we became best friends. And like we see her post things all the time and we're just like she's never been the same again.
Right.
And like I think, there's just a part of you that's never coming back from that.
Right.
One of us is gonna have to be at the other's funeral.
I know I have those feelings too. It's like I hope it's me that goes first because I don't want to live through that. So
Yeah, that's just the thought of it is like too much.
yeah. And you girls have skimmed through that a little bit too when you're
Yeah.
with your health. So I know
Yeah.
that's a touchy point for you.
Why do you think our friendship has mattered so much in your life?
Because I moved to a new home and I had no one. I was in a new town and there's this little girl that came over with her dad. And we are so opposite, but it's unreal how complete opposites we are. But like, if I message her, she's like, "I got you." Or, it doesn't matter. I can tell her something absurd. And she's like,
I don't know. What are we
"I'll
gonna
figure it out." There's never been a time where I've questioned where she stands. I'm like, "I need to call Mandy."
Did you guys do kindergarten together?
I think she was PM and I was
Yeah.
AM.
Yeah.
I remember her having chicken pox and I had to take her Mac and Tab to read, and she didn't do well with the fever reading that. Do you remember that? You did not like the Mac ate Tab or
Mm.
whatever the hell, which one ate what, but that was very traumatic. So yeah, she moved to our neighborhood the fall we went into kindergarten.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
yes, we were not in each other's class. Actually, I think I even said that in the
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
We rarely ever, never, I don't think, got to be in each other's class. We were
Yep.
in the same homeroom the whole way through high school though.
That's good.
Because our
Last
It went
names.
by
Last-
alphabetical order.
Yeah.
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 which is good. I mean, you have to have some time together.
Yeah.
So, okay. One of the reasons Jackie and I created Bestiemony was simply to celebrate friendships. It was to elevate them, to remind women that one of the greatest relationships they'll ever have may never come with a marriage license. Friendships shape who we become. They influence our children. They carry us through heartbreak, illness, joy, motherhood, loss, and every season in between. If we begin teaching young women that finding and protecting a great best friend is one of life's greatest gifts, then maybe we'll raise a generation that doesn't take those relationships for granted. Mandi and Billie, thank you for showing us what is possible, because your love story isn't just beautiful, it's a blueprint. If this episode hit you in the feels or made you laugh way too hard, we consider that a win. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review and share it with your ride or die. And when you're ready to make your friendship official, book your Bestiemony at rhinestoneweddingchapel.com, because some of the best love stories don't always come with the ring.
We stick together, ride or die to the moon, and no amount of space could ever come between us two. The reuniting's like we've never been apart, and every single time we're eye to eye and heart to heart. There's not enough words to describe what you mean to me. Through heartaches and ups and downs in this life, you've stayed right next to me. I vow to make you laugh till you cry and talk about everything under the moon. The definition of a best friend is you. Is you. And we'll keep dancing through the rain, forever connected, same page, we're writing our story every day. We'll keep on growing, ever change.